I think when we first started playing Maryland, I can remember going down there. Cindy was the coach still then, Cindy Timshall, and playing over there. I'm not sure which year was exactly our first year, but I can remember a game where we had a delay because of snow, and we stuck around an extra day. That was one of our early competitions against them. And I know Hannah Nielsen's first outing was down there. So lots of memories over the years during our early time as a program. And now that Kathy's taken the job over, we've had such an incredible rivalry, playing in Final Fours against them, regular season matchups, and so it's just been really exciting. I think they are a great program, really well coached, and just have a tremendous tradition of lacrosse at the school, and it's always a privilege to get the opportunity to play a team like them, and we get excited about that.
And then, how did the two playing styles kind of match between Northwestern and Maryland this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've done a great job. They've got a lot of young players getting a lot of minutes, and they've become really explosive, lots of weapons, sharing the scoring, doing a great job on the draw circle, and traditionally they're very strong defensively. So I would say they have a lot of balance from end to end, and I think we're kind of in the same boat. A lot of new people, chemistry's building, and so I think it'll be a great top 5 matchup. It's so fun when you get those opportunities, and we hope people will come out for the game and really just enjoy the highest level of lacrosse.
And then for you guys, you've been going hard at it now for probably about 2 months. Kind of that midway point in the season. How do you keep things fresh and exciting, and how do you keep your eye on the target, but also staying in the present moment and having fun with every day?
Yes, I think the biggest thing is just trying to continue to grow and learn and get better. And we actually are on spring break starting tomorrow, and so it's just a great opportunity for the girls to kind of relax a little bit off the field, not have the workload that they normally do, and connect and do some fun things while we have 3 great matchups over that time, starting with Maryland and then UNC, and then we go out to California and play USC. So we're looking forward to this week. The games are going to be rapid fire for the next 2 weeks, and we know that's going to be a great challenge for us, and we're really looking forward to it. I think we utilized the last couple weeks where we only had 1 game to really try to get better, learn from the first portion of our season, and see where we can continue to evolve.
And then talk to us a little bit how the offense has kind of been evolving, from that first game against Notre Dame to now. I think it's been 8 games.
Yeah, I think that we're getting contributions from a lot of different people. Obviously, Madison Taylor has been just playing phenomenal, and just continues to be consistent from game to game, and I think that everybody around her is really stepping up. I feel like we have a lot of weapons, and we're just trying to continue to find who we are, and embrace that and build off of every little success that we have.
And then, coming into a new season, every season there's kind of that new, change in leadership on the team. How have you seen that kind of evolve from, beginning of the season to now?
Yes, I think leadership-wise, we have a lot of young people stepping up and leading, and then some people that have been here for quite a long time. And I think that this group is seeing the importance of that leadership, of that communication on a day-to-day basis, and I think they're really taking ownership of that at this point in the year and just really running with it. They're kind of seeing who they want to be and just building on everything that they do and trying to really be strong together and play off of each other.
I think we're filled with like a lot of excitement right now. Halfway through the season, I think we've kind of settled into what that flow feels like in terms of competing and practicing and really getting better every day. We have a lot of team meetings about just where we are and ways we can grow, both on the field, X's and O's, and then also just as players and teammates and people. And I think right now we're really in the stage where we're trying to marry like our actions with all the stuff we talk about. And I think we've been doing a great job of that every single day, and all the little things.
And then Northwestern Maryland this weekend, big rivalry in the sport. Your first time getting able to play in the game, what's it been like for you to, kind of watch that rivalry growing up from afar at Penn and then now being in it?
Yeah, I mean, I think growing up, like, there's definitely teams that have always stuck out for their history and legacy and just their overall performance. Like, growing up, I went to a bunch of national championships that Maryland played in, and a lot of respect for that program. And then also just for this rivalry, it's been pretty cool. I got to watch one of my former Penn teammates, like Abby Bosco, play against Northwestern here on the field outside like a couple years ago, and it's just pretty awesome to see how competitive it gets and how just like two teams that love lacrosse and like really are committed to it, how fun that gets, just the rivalry and competition of it.
And then for you, obviously, anyone who transfers to a new school, adjusting to new culture, new style of play, the whole thing, how have you kind of grown in, being comfortable with being with Northwestern since, January to now we're in the middle of March?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest reasons I came here was like to get out of my comfort zone, experience a new city, new culture, new team, new coaches, that were really gonna push me to grow on the field and like learn a bunch of stuff and then also grow off the field. And I think that like it hasn't been without like challenges and personal growth, but that's been a really rewarding part of it. And it's still happening every day. Like, I'm a work in progress, and I think everybody on our team would say that. But we like that process of getting better and becoming better and learning more about ourselves.
And then for you, just kind of give us a little update on how things are going with the offense. I know it's been, kind of up and down some games, but seems like you guys are staying more and more consistent. Just kind of talk about the growth there.
Yeah, 100%. I think we have a ton of talent on this team. Every single person, and I'll speak to the offense, but the defense is extremely talented too. We have so many different people, and I think that one of the beauties of that is everybody can have so much that they bring to the table, and I think why it's just a fun process is it takes a little bit of time to get that groove, like myself being new, and then a few other newer faces, and then also just like building that chemistry, and that happens like every single day. It happens with communication, happens with like attack dinners and us like bonding, and I think we view the entire like process like hopefully in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, like we are continuing to like evolve and get better as an offense, and continuing to be really dynamic for every opponent, and really like humble and hungry in that.
And then for you, to be able to play inside Ryan Fieldhouse, what's that, kind of experience been like to play in front of, big crowds and big time games?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely special. We've got basically an ocean out here. I know people say it's a lake, but it looks like an ocean. So the view's incredible, facility's incredible. Everybody, the staff that works here and sets up everything, it is so awesome, and the lights. And then also, I think one of the really rewarding things, I remember being like a little girl in California and going to a bunch of games at USC when they started out their program. And so now to be able to be here at Northwestern and have little girls that are really excited to watch and get inspired by our team, I think that's been like really like special and rewarding and an exciting part of the experience.